play fake here on first down. And incomplete to open things up.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And the Rams have a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Okay, ready?
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Montgomery. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody
up on first down. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And the Rams had 0-3 here to begin the campaign. And you hate to have to say it this early in the season, but getting close to must-win time, is it not?
And I totally understand why you expressed it that way, because it's so early in the season, it feels like hyperbole. But I think you are spot on this one. Yes, there's still time to turn things around, but they've got to start to win right now if they have any hopes of trying to make the playoffs.
That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. He's brought down at the Dolphins' 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. He'll drop to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play.
And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Now a quick throw as they get it to Ayuk outside. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Now Taylor. And going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. And the Rams will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 55 rushing yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. They're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a second and short. This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6.
From out on the edge, he worked his way in for the sack.
Well, you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan, introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They said hello to big way there with a loss of double-digit yards on that sack.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Nick Bosa, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking to throw. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used a slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Taylor's throw complete here to Ayuk. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And a nice call and really good execution there because they gave him a little bit of a different launch angle perhaps, you know. You don't want to have the quarterback dropping back 5 to 7 steps on every play and have to go through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you got to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss?
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. On 3rd down, Taylor. And this is going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins have taken the lead. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send down the field goal unit, and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Dolphins have got it. In their locker room, they've got a sign that says defense wins championships. And, Charles, they pointed to that this week, said that has to be us. Looking good early.
I like how you saw that because of the bold letters, right? You saw the emphasis that they place on that and what they believe in. And for them, it's every single snap. So it's not just a matter of getting to the quarterback and knocking the ball free. They're trying to read when that ball's going to come free. As soon as
and he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 8.
Dolphins 10, Rams 2. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Kendrick going to bring this one out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Channing Tindall. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Now, the offense, they had really not been able to mount anything yet on that drive, and the defense made sure they couldn't mount anything. The interception and the return adding 6 to the scoreboard.
And that's no small return for a linebacker partner. He took matters into his own hands and his legs on that pick. And once he had it, I don't think anyone on the field could have stopped him.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Kendrick going to bring this one out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he's taken down. Back it his own 7th. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line.
Taken down at the 11-yard line. A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it here. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. First down, here's the run with Cook. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Play action, it's Taylor. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
Cook up the gut, and they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. On 2nd down, Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Taylor. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. KJ Hamler, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to add on to their first half lead. Sanders on for the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Makes the score Dolphins 24, Rams 2. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Kendrick going to bring this one out.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Okay, ready. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's Robinson. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. The defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number It's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Taken right about the 40. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And he loses the football a second time. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Well, remember, he had a and now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Second and short now following the fumble. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. From the 45 on second down, Taylor. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Leonard Floyd from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction. And that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them. And now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
And now this throw in, ready to rock for the third quarter. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's at the 40. The 20. He will score. Touchdown, Miami.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Sanders now to add the extra point. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Makes the score Dolphins 31, Rams 2. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Kendrick going to bring this one out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop them on third down. They'll look to throw here. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 77 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Channing Tindall. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And here's a quick throw to Hamler on the edge. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've got their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool. Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. 3rd down. Here's a run by Cook. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Give you something to build on for your next possession.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all this, his resiliency, because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. On the stop was Aaron Donald. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
Here's Cook again. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. A give to Cook out of the gun. Bryce Hall there defensively.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Taylor. Right back to Cook for another completion. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 44 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Powers through it. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
Let's go.
They'll run with Cook. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
Able to slither by. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Cook. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already...
And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We got to get it back.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Back to throw here. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
93 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On play action, they'll throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Going up the gun, Montgomery. Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. And he is going to have the Rams first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Now back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Brandon Jones picking it off. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask.
Mates, you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. They'll try the middle with Cook. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a 1st down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Taken down at the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. So a victory.